Thanks for stopping by. It's Mike from Mo, and I wanted to show you my, these are my track spacer cutters, or really you can cut any of this 1/8 inch stock off. You see how I've rearranged this? I did that just so I could get some area to drill and put these holes in here. I wouldn't have had to turn them necessarily this way. I'm just looking for real estate here that I can drill and put this in there. And then, you know, you yank down on it and you'll cut it, shear it right off. And right here is a hole that I put through it. And that's 3/16 for a little bit heavier material. Any of this rod stock, it'll just cut it right off. And I had somebody asking me a little bit about it. I was going to show you. Come around here to the other side. You just put your 1/8 inch stock in there, and it drilled pretty easy. Use drill press, just drill it. Let me show you. Just give it a pull, and it'll cut it right off. Now, underneath this, I tried to make a die that would bend my track spacer the way I wanted it. This is not hardened, as in it will wear. It's already wearing, but it's holding in there pretty good. I ground the back side of this jaw to give me a point to come down. And these are just 1/4 inch pieces of round stock that I welded underneath. And when I come down, you give it a pull, and there it is. And this is not the size of my track spacer, but that's how they're bent. And here's the stop that I put under there. You can let me go to the other side. You can adjust the stop so you can change, you know, the angle of your track spacer. It works pretty good. If I was gonna build something, I wouldn't build something quite this crude, but they're just old scrap bolt cutters that we're gonna get thrown away. And if you can come up with something hardened, you're better off, of course. You know, I was in tool and die for years, and you know, anything that's hardened, I'm sorry, there we go. But that 1/8 inch stock will just lay in there, and I just eyeball it for center. See, it sits there, and you just pull down on it. Now, this is just some junk I had laying around, some bar stock that I welded right to that jaw. And the jaw's not hard enough to, I mean, the weld holds. It just welded, and I just got it stuck in the vise. I took it apart and rearranged it the way I wanted it. And actually it was on the way to the scrap pile because they were ground off center. And you know how when a pair of bolt cutters close, you can see I got it sitting in the vise there. I just ground that jaw a little bit to where I could put it in the vise. And I just throw them in the corner when I'm not using them. And sometimes I'll take all this scrap I got laying around. We're making sculptures, and I'll make track spacers. But I hope this helps you. It's pretty easy to use, and it's just scrap anyway. Man, when they ground these jaws, they had them so far off center. It was scary. I mean, I could have fixed it. I just didn't want to. Old cheap pair of bolt cutters. Well, thanks for stopping by, and I hope this might help somebody. All you need is some shears to put a hole in to do the cutting, and then underneath, like I said, this is this little die I threw together that's gonna wear out one of these days, and I'll just redo it. But just a round stock welded to some old junk bar. Actually, these are the bars off the bolt cutters when I tore the bolt cutter apart. This is part of the mechanism, you know, the bar. And I just turned them and welded them sideways. It comes down. Then you got your stop over here. And it's not a very professionally done video, guys, but I just wanted you to see. I'll back up, can't you? Just welded crossways under the jaw. And there's the die coming down, does the bending. God bless y'all. And I hope this cold isn't upsetting anybody too bad. I know it sure has set me back here. God bless. See you next time.